Wait for the bounce then. Back with the action, away from that action. Mashenko goes up and gets a fist on it. Awkward bounce for McAdam. Hunter scrambles a kick forward, and McAdam takes the mark. Alongside the centre circle, Adrian McAdam boots it down towards half forward. Not a particularly good kick. Hawkins goes up, knocks it forward, taken by Quill, who boots it towards the outer side wing. Thorpe doesn't control it very well initially. Still doesn't. Close to the boundary line. Laidley slaps it away, and it will be tossed in.
As you see McAdam up on centre wing. Carey's in the goal square playing at full forward. Longmire at centre half forward for North Melbourne. Roberts across the half forward line for North. Hawkins in the back line for Footscray.
There's Swash. Gets the hand pass off to Laidley. Laidley's kick floats down towards half forward. In front is Darcy, and he does well. Darcy wants to play on. Not a particularly good hand pass. Hawkins had to check. Now he comes away from half back. Boots to half forward. Taken by Smith.
Roberts, who's been a great goal kicker for the side this year, kicks to right half forward flank. No mark taken by Archer. Longmire, kick was quickly smothered. He might get a second chance, but taps it further forward. Only to see Doug Hawkins with a clearing kick. Kicks it towards the centre wing position on the members' stand side, and the ball ricochets off the shins of Grant, and it goes over the boundary line for a throw in the shade of the smokers' stand. Chris Grant, only 20 years of age, and seemingly already a veteran. Certainly plays like one some days. Darcy, opportunity. Ball nearly thrown out to the Brownlow medalist Wine. It comes to Cameron. Cameron relays play up towards the centre wing position. Smith in front, can't take the mark. Opportunity is for West. Good hand pass onto the run of Atkins. Quick left footer up towards the forward pocket, and a good mark has been taken down there by Sexton, who is involved in that pre-match scuffle or wrestle with Michael Martin, who stands the mark.
That kick was meant for Thorpe, but just a little too high for Thorpe, and Sexton running onto it well.
Sexton, whose brother, of course, plays for Carlton, has hooked the kick. First score of the game coming up, and only one behind.
Doug Hawkins playing as a loose man across half back. Actually, now he's gone over and he's picking up Archer. So he started as a loose man.
Smith kicks in, members side. Oh, good grab is taken in that pack by Cameron. Maybe the smallest man who flew. He centres it. Quill, forward of the centre circle. Little chip pass and on the lead. Sexton takes the mark directly in front. About 40 metres from goal. So Footscray have started well. I made the point before. Spoilers last week against the West Coast Eagles. The form the previous week on this ground was very good. Here's Cameron going across the ground.
Well set up by Cameron. He's got great skills.
Sexton looks good. It's a goal.
It was an enormous kick by Sexton. From near the 50-metre line, inside 50 actually. But it cleared the fence, the boundary fence by a mile. There's Quill setting it up. Series of short passes and got away from Martin on 2 occasions now, Sexton, and that is a mammoth kick for goal. Look at it. It sails through.
Ben Sexton has kicked 1 goal 1. Footscray lead by that margin. North Melbourne through Longmire. He'll be able to swing into attack now through the agency of Crocker. His kick will land inside 50. There was a whistle on play. Be a reload free kick downfield, and the favourite in my eyes for the Brownlow medal will take it. North Melbourne captain Wayne Carey.
Crocker was down as he got rid of the ball, or just after he got rid of the ball. So hence the ball relayed down the...
He's kicked 173 career goals, Wayne Carey. Distance shouldn't be a problem for him. 45 metres out directly in front. Low trajectory kick. Goal umpire doesn't move. Make that 174.
Well, he was confident, Carey. As soon as that ball left his boot, he knew it was through. There it is. Good kick from goal. Not the same distance as what Sexton was. But he was aided by a free kick in the centre square to Crocker. A reload free kick.
A duck, a horse and a fridge. And it was Duck who got the goal. Carey's first and North Melbourne's first.
The Bulldogs lead by a point then. Wine goes up, backhands it down. Liberatore is pushed in the back. He'll get the free kick. Quill running away with the ball. Sends it back eventually. Tony Liberatore, in a fine season, kicks inside the 50. North down there in number. And it's going to be a free kick. Laidley will get it. He played so well against the Swans at the SCG last Sunday. To Blakey, to Mann. Mann boots it towards the outer side. Footscray in best position out there. Quill couldn't hang on. This is Scholl under pressure. Scrambles a kick forward. Roberts comes to meet it. Awkward half volley. It came from all directions, and cleaned up was Tui, but Tui will get a free kick.
And Tui, one of the players retired by the club in the announcement during the week. Formerly of Geelong, formerly of Sydney. Because he could probably go another year somewhere. But with list being trimmed, that's the problem all clubs have. Sexton, who's kicked 1-1 for Footscray so far. The bounce important here. Mann gets back quickly, gets taken over the line, and it's going to be a boundary throw in Footscray's right forward pocket, about 15 metres from goal. Good crowd. Certainly not anywhere near capacity for this ground, but delightful conditions this afternoon. Grigic and Smith. Grigic with the gloves. North through Smith. Up towards the edge of the square. No mark taken. Ishenko gives the quick hand pass. And the end of it was Scholl. Kicks down to half forward. Again, no mark taken. Knockaways by Darcy. Romero is there. Hawkins cannons into him. Archer returns the compliment to the Footscray veteran, and it's out of bounds right on 50 at the Kangaroos left half forward flank. 308 senior games for Doug Hawkins, and decides with Archer to indulge in a little bit of wrestling. I'm innocent, says the Hawk. Ishenko and Wine. Quill got taken high, did he? No free kick. A play on call from the umpire. Stevens does. Clarkson for Rock in the selected North Melbourne side. Rock injuring the hamstring last week against Sydney. That's out of bounds and will be thrown in unless that's a free kick.
Bit happening out there. If I was a Hawk, I wouldn't antagonise an Archer.
Scholl. The arrow straight as a die, wasn't it, Dennis? Up towards full forward. Longmire. Nearly Hawkins will concede a behind. And one rushed to the North Melbourne total. Should level the scores and does. 1-1 apiece at the MCG.
West Ross Glendinning.
Plagiarism is right.
Short one comes in. This is Darcy. Kellett sold into some trouble. Gets away though, has a bounce. Kicks it out very wide then. North Melbourne have got the numbers on the outer side. Blakey, very good mark. Over the top of West. Plays on to Crocker. Crocker sends it back towards centre half forward. Wine camps in front. Nasty clash of heads there. Carey over the top. Terrific grab. And I thought his head made contact with that of Wind, and Wind is a little bit shaken there.
Actually favouring the arm here, Wind, or is the shoulder and the head? Shoulder and head.
Sure, they've got hard heads, those boys.
He's favouring the left arm though, Wind. He's holding that left arm as if it's a little sore.
Here's Carey from right on the 50. Good looking kick, it's a goal.
The second. One from the free and one from a spectacular mark, Don, and that was a ripper.
Yes, he has really matured as a player this year, Carey.
Youngest captain in the competition, and well, I think he'll win the Brownlow by a streak, but centre half forwards don't usually poll well in that competition. Great kick.
Yes, and not too many players respond to captaincy, but he really has responded to the responsibility, Carey.
Two goals to Carey. North Melbourne in front. Barry Stanfield with the job on him at the moment, but plenty of options for Terry Wheeler should he want to make a change. Stevens dispossessed. Atkins. Ball comes up to North Melbourne's half-forward line. Could have been almost a trip on Tui. No free kick. Roberts. Legitimate hand pass, says the umpire. That's okay. Play continues, and Tui takes the hand pass from Stanfield and just gets it inside the boundary line. Well, West picks it up, but it will be a throw-in next to the interchange gates. 263 games for Tui, and maybe his last in the AFL. Been a real stalwart for three clubs. There's Shenko. Hunter couldn't handle it. Tackle was a bit severe. Liberatore comes in. And it's going to be a bounce. Right half forward flank for North Melbourne. Aiming to cement top spot. A position from which they haven't won a flag. They're two premierships. Coming from position number 3. Good to see Brian Sheehan back in action too, umpiring. Had a bad run with injuries. He sustained an injury, I think, in Brisbane earlier in the year. Sidelined him for many weeks. And one of the best of the senior panel of AFL umpires. Yashenko and Wine. The Brownlow medalist kick is smothered. That is holding. Is it on Kellett? Interesting decision. Could have gone either way, that. And it will take the free kick. Could have gone against him. He's got it from left half back. Good kick distance-wise. Accuracy wasn't there. And the mark is taken for North Melbourne by Scholl.
Ramiro on the wing now. Kicks inside the 50. Longmire the target, almost the mark, till he dives back after it. Wind is in there on his knees. Liberatore goes into assist. A pair of Brownlow medalists at the base of that pack. And a whistle.
Makes it difficult for the forwards when the ruckman drops back, as Wind is doing across half back. Carey took one mark over Wind.
Schenko in front. Wind comes over the top though. Ricochets down to Liberatore, and he was taken high according to the umpire. Just paces away from the action. So Tony Liberatore again this afternoon burrowing into these packs. He gives it across to another veteran, Hawkins, who finds Stanfield. The defensive side of right half back. North lead by 6 points. They win today, they finish on top. It's as simple as that. Around the outer side, Crocker from behind tried to fist away. This is Blake. He didn't have the ball, and he'll get a free kick on the outer side wing.
Game number 151 for Blakey, formerly of Fitzroy. Ramiro, a quick kick. Left foot towards half forward. Yashenko in front. Oh, Hunter went off the ground. Didn't succeed in doing much with it. Ball rebounds to Schwass. Might have been a push there. Nothing forward, says the umpire. Play continues. Allison, snapshot is accurate and a goal. Great shot. North Melbourne gets its third. Fine snapshot by Brett Allison. Carey's got 2 and Allison 1. North 3-1. Footscray 1-1 at the MCG.
Well, Allison playing on the wing. Drifted down, but I like the way that Longmire attacked the ball. Did it well. It's the high ball, difficult ball. The pack will congest. And Longmire will come through in just a moment. Yeah, spilling out, laying it off. And on the right foot, Allison on the left foot kick.
12 points the difference. A bit willing in there. Liberatore, another kick. He started in terrific fashion. This is West, forward of the wing. High kick down towards the kickoff line. Sexton goes back, got one hand to it, goes off the ground and just misses. Quick thinking by Sexton. A bit unlucky there.
Still got all the Footscray's total too.
3-1 to 1-2. Laidley on in the pocket. And he was taken, having kicked that ball around the face. Yashenko meantime has marked it down the ground. Ramiro back to Smith. Very high kick towards the wing. Hawkins, terrific use of the body, and he was taken high as he
should be relayed free.
Advantage is paid down the ground, and that man again, Tony Liberatore, bobs up. And Hawkins is not a happy camper. He's fighting out of his division as the ball comes down towards full forward. Man got hands to it. There's going to be a free kick though. It'll go to North Melbourne. So Hawkins still continues to have words on the outer side with Yashenko, and the ball is coming out in their direction. Over the top, Archer.
And that is Hawkins. Actually, that's Hawkins' man. So while Hawkins was remonstrating behind play, Archer's picked up the ball.
Glenn Archer, he's had some pretty big tasks given to him by Dennis Pagan this year. He's handled it with aplomb. Schwass gets it out to Ramiro. Roberts charges through, and the Fridge is pinned there. Got the ball underneath him, but it's not going to be a free kick inside the square.
Pretty tough.
Roberts last to get up. Plenty around the ball. Carey, who started off sensationally. Hawkins and Liberatore. Well, they left it for each other. Enough talking there. Stevens has given it away to Stanfield. Stanfield's kick up towards centre wing. Not too much distance with the kick. Smith paddles it back. Ramiro. Opportunity for the hand pass. Let's go. Blakey. Oh, beautiful kick by the former Fitzroy star. Kicks down to Longmire, who marks. The advantage of the long kick.
Exactly. I was just going to say that they really do kick the ball long, North Melbourne. They have fewer kicks than the opposition. I think they had about 80 to 90 hand passes last week. And you see here the advantage of the long kick. And what a forward wants is the ball to be delivered into the forward line quickly so you can catch the opponent out.
Shot at goal is true. North on the burst in the first quarter.
Longmire's first. It's just interesting. And here's the build-up. You watch Blakey. He was laid out there, wasn't he? Was Smith by Grant. In the heavy or the hard centre, Blakey lets it go. It's interesting in the centre square. If we can get a shot at the centre square where we come back, the manning up, very tense.
25-8. Footscray come forward. Man comes back after it. Blakey is there as well. Meantime, there's a free kick. It'll go North Melbourne's way. It'll come back to Laidley. So North getting another very good start this afternoon. They're masters of that this season. As he boots it to midfield, Allison goes up and takes it. North, the best starters in the competition. Here's Man. They average 35 points per first quarter. By contrast, Footscray 24. This is Schwass inside the 50. Well done by Quill. Got him hard running. Ball jarred free. Shoal opportunity. 45 metres out. Goes right across the face. Out of bounds on the full in the opposite forward pocket.
Great tackle by Quill, wasn't it, Dennis?
Robinson, or rather Nicholson, wants to chip it across to Hawkins. The umpire telling him he can't.
Just a kick over the mark. One of the Footscray rookies. Carey punches down. North have the numbers. And it comes to Allison, who's already kicked one goal. Which came from a hand pass from John Longmire, who's in this action again. Couldn't take the mark there. And Footscray defenders able to tie it up. Quill comes up with a football, but it's going to be a bounce. And John Longmire, gee, I hope he hasn't done his knee. He's clutching the back of it, and that doesn't look good. I think he might have got a kick in it, actually. I don't know whether
I think you see he must be all right. He's breaking away from the trainers.
Yeah.
Or is he?
I think he got a kick in it, Don. I don't know whether any replay will show that up, but I had the glasses
Actually,
on.
he's coming off. He's coming off. He's favouring that left leg. He's being carried off.
Kellett, one of the fastest players in the Footscray side. Oh, beautifully done from Kellett. What a ball. Terrific stuff to Atkins. His kick was not really equal to the occasion. Down to Thorpe. And now Smith. Martin, North Melbourne's defence, terrific. Long kick. Up towards half-back. Stevens in front. Missed a mark that he certainly should have taken. Got a couple of hands to it. Liberatore with the loose football. Atkins in front. Looks to paddle it to someone. He might get a free kick out of that, and that was cleverly done because he didn't have too many other options. Atkins at left half forward. And Longmire on the bench. Well, gee, that would be crucial for North Melbourne's final chances to keep him okay. He's kicked 75 goals for the year. One this afternoon so far. Oh, Crocker, terrific grab in the last line of defence. A real Terry Danaher type player, can play at either end of the ground and effective at both ends. Allison in front. Kellett runs into him. No free kick from the umpire. Liberatore started well. Gets buffeted. Comes up with the football. Great stuff. Atkins. Good hand pass. On the end of it, Cameron. Long kick into the 10-metre square. Laidley in front. Can't take the mark. Sexton was taken high. And the ball goes through for one behind. So Footscray still just with the one goal. They trailed 1-3. North Melbourne 4-1.
Well, they've got now Roberts at full forward, replacing Longmire, North Melbourne. German, who came on, has gone to the half-forward line, being picked up by Hawkins. Archer's in the forward pocket.
Laidley straight down the middle off hands. McAdam alongside the centre circle. He goes for distance, but it's a poor kick. Awkward bounce for Archer. It runs free. Well played there by Darcy. Got it to Tui across to Stanfield, who boots it out wide. Close to the line. Hunter pushes it towards the line. Was he pushed in the back? Not according to the umpire. So pending disaster for North Melbourne in terms of personnel. Longmire off the ground with a knee injury. Of course, Carey has been battling injury in recent weeks. He came back last week, or the week before actually, and looked pretty good. Romero down towards full forward. It bounces. Taken by the man I was speaking of, Carey. Smothered off the boot. McAdam looking for a free kick. Soccers it. Nicholson virtually cast in the role of a soccer goalkeeper there. Saw it get by him and hit the post. 4-2. Play is 1-3. Longmire over the top, and that leg gives way on him. That's not a good sign. Of course, Rock is missing, nursing a hamstring injury. As the kick goes around the outer side, Blakey, he's taken a few good marks this afternoon. Another one there.
Yes, and what a buy he was from Fitzroy. German, if buy is the correct word. The draft legislation in this day and age. What a great mark. Carey.
Oh,
Not paid.
gee.
Well, he can be a bit stiff. Tui's kick to West. Around Blakey, right on the boundary line. Awkward looking shot. Grigic with the gloves. Be warm today. Defensive kick comes back towards West again. Great game earlier in the year. Kicked 5 goals at the Western Oval against Essendon. Marking contest. Grigic in front, and the glove one has taken it. Tallest player on the Footscray list. And I think will be quite something. Thorpe overruns it. Laidley, speaking of good buys, has been terrific for North Melbourne this year. Marking contest, Hawkins to Tui, the 2 veterans, only one of whom will be continuing next year. This is Darcy on right centre wing. Played 1 game with Geelong. Kick is to right half forward. Grant in front, couldn't mark it. Thorpe, formerly of the Sydney Swans. The Brownlow medalist, Liberatore. Great shot on the goal. Libba gets his first. Let's go Doggies, and they come a little bit closer. 4-2 to 2-3.
Being picked up by Stevens, Liberatore. It's a good contest between those two. Here it is, Thorpe setting it up. Nobody around as Liberatore just inside the 50, just makes it.
Seven possessions to Tony Liberatore, including that last goal as Wine goes up and hammers it down towards half forward, and Grigic, he missed it. Schwass, great tackle, Liberatore. West, the hand pass, gets it away to Quill, 52 metres out. Peter Quill, open goal, it's another one.
Well, what a remarkable kick from Quill. Certainly found some distance that kick. Wasn't the best off the boot. It was an awkward-looking kick. Now here it comes. It spills out. Liberatore again, a fantastic tackle. That was West. There's a kick from Quill. Not the true drop punt, but they all count.
Only 5 career goals in the AFL from Peter Quill from his 13 matches. Handy one for Footscray. That is the Bulldogs back in it. Stevens' kick is short. And was he off?
I thought he was.
Douglas Hawkins? No, says the umpire, and the Hawk goes back to take the kick. One more season out of him. So often cast in the role of a loose man in defence. Allison could have got into the back of his opponent there and has done. It's going to be a free kick Footscray way to be taken by Kellett.
That was a beautiful kick from Hawkins. For any youngster, the skill that Doug Hawkins possesses on both sides of the body. That was a left foot kick. He's normally a right foot kick, but you would know. Looked like a natural left footer, Hawkins.
Sexton made a lead. That was ignored. Thorpe likewise made a lead. Grigic. Don't stand in his way. Now, Bernie Quinlan were here. He could tell us what his kicking for goal is like, but this big man is well within kicking distance.
Well, 2-3 last week he kicked. He only had 7 kicks for the game. And 7 of those kicks came from marks.
A little bit in his early days of Gary Dempsey. That's a bit of a wrap. Strong hands and a good mark. 45 metres out, directly in front. Goal umpire has moved across. I think he might have missed that. He has done. And so Grigic has to settle for one behind. Johnny Longmire still on the boundary with that knee encased in ice. Laidley takes the mark. And that would be a real bad blow for North Melbourne's finals aspirations if Longmire was badly injured.
I've got to man up on Laidley coming out of defence. In these set plays, he's doing very well. This is man up the ground. From half back, he goes towards half forward. Stanfield works his way in front. Carey got hands to it, couldn't hang on. This is Tui. Sweeps it out wide to accommodate Kellett. Kellett immediately away. Miscues with a kick. It goes very wide. Thorpe, good mark. Good use of the body as he approached that ball.
He was just pushing Laidley out of position.
Laidley standing the mark has had 7 possessions. I'd venture to say of those 6 kicks, about 4 of them have been from kick-ins or set plays. So Thorpe needs to man up, but at the present time the roles are reversed and Thorpe has the ball, and that's a good-looking effort. It's bending back. They contest close to goal. Juggle mark by Grigic.
Well, could we see the return of the big ruckman in the forward pocket? Years ago, they used to change the big fellows in the forward pocket. For this reason,
Bob Johnson, sorry.
Grigic and Oshenko, body to body.
Peter Foster, who won't be with the Bulldogs next year, and that's a shame.
Here's Grigic then. The banana looks good. Goal. Talk about cosmopolitan Oshenko and Grigic. Like that, Don.
And committee in the commentary box. Pity one comes from the north and the others from the south, or vice versa. But what a great kick.
Well, just looking through the rest of the list, you could come up with Jose Romero too. And Schwarz. He's of German Kiwi extraction. But back to the centre. 2 points the difference. Top game of football so far. No one takes it at the circle. Stevens a chance. McAdam has to get rid of it quickly. Good tackle. Sees the ball spill free again. Footscray go forward. Players looking for a whistle on play. There was none. Cameron still goes. Good long kick, and he can kick it long. Up towards full forward. No mark taken. Crocker had hands to it. Martin and Sexton. Martin goes wide. Ramiro's there. Speaking of the ethnic.
Gee, that was a quick kick, wasn't it?
Phil was there. He's, of course, of South American extraction. And Liberatore. Still will continue. A little bit of a dust-up. Libba's going to get a free kick.
It's, maybe they were renewing acquaintances from their under-19 days.
I think Liberatore moves a very quick kick.
Libba, of course, won a medal in that competition, as he also won the Gardner in the twos. Big punch. No mark taken. And the ball rushed through for behind. So rush behind the Bulldogs. And they come a little bit closer. North jumped them early, aided by a couple of goals from Carey.
Boy, is he going to be a bit of a headache if he starts holding them, the big fellow.
Well, he's got the gloves on. I don't know on a day like today whether they'd be real handy. Smith kicks in.
Towards the outer side. Over the top was Scholl. Romero, the high kick. He was taken high as he kicked the ball too. He's slow to get up. Meantime, on the outer side, Schwarz was legged. He'll get the free on the wing. Romero is still down. In fact, he's just up. But shaken. Well, it doesn't appear to be too much there. In fact, he copped the boot, I think, on the way down accidentally. This is Cameron. Across to Hawkins. Hawkins boots it out wide. Well done by Blakey again. He's been very good. North trail, though. Blakey back inside the attacking 50. Archer's in front. Fisted away by Nicholson. Roving the pack, McAdam. He pulls it back. Too much carry for Roberts. I think he was kicking at goal. His kicking today hasn't been good. Across the goal face goes Hawkins. This is Quill in the back pocket. Little chip pass. Darcy is at right half back. Some indecision, Darcy. Now he kicks in short. Nicholson has run from full back.
Actually, that was good running.
Nicholson right on the boundary line on the outer side. The Bulldogs going for youth in the latter stages of this season. No mark taken there. 3 or 4 went for it. It's out of bounds between wing and right half forward.
Hawkins is now going to the full back position. He's picking up Archer. Those two started together on half back.
Grant and Crocker.
Germans at half forward being picked up by Nicholson. We just saw Nicholson have that kick.
Run by Crocker. Comes to Liberatore. Gee, you don't often see or hear Libba boo.
Oh,
great mark, Grigic!
He's got a great leap too, hasn't he? Combined with his height, he's going to be a formidable forward.
Well, Tony Campbell will be happy. The gloves are working.
Oh, boy. Poetry in motion.
We'll sell them in the souvenir stores. Libba's kicked 1 goal. And to be precise, he's kicked 1 goal, 1. From 2 set shots. Admits like Stewie Lowe, hasn't he? Huge. He'll kick from about 45 metres. Grigic for his second. Goal umpire doesn't move. Goal. 2 goals, 1 to Ilya Grigic. Only 9 senior games. And what a career he seems to have. He's now kicked 15 goals in his career.
And he is very, very impressive in his first quarter. Look at the height that he gets, and he's a big man too. Terrific, terrific. Let's hope he can carve a place there, because he's got a Brownlow medalist in front of him in wine in the ruck.
He dwarfs man, Dennis, and he's not short.
Yeah, that's right. Entertaining term, this one. And Footscray kicked the last 4 goals. Atkins, quick hands. Quill Nicely done. This is Cameron through the middle. Probing kick inside the 50. Cricket again. Almost. Thorpe. 30 metres out. Great snap. It's bending back. Crocker can't get there. It slides across the goal face. Grant intent on shepherding. And it goes through for a behind. And that could well be the last action of the term.
It is.
Very entertaining. And Footscray lead at quarter time. Looking to spoil North Melbourne's chances of finishing on top. They lead 5-6 to 4-2.
The name of the game is Australia.